Hello guys, what is up? My name is Chris, and today I'm going to be looking at these last Flyers 3-0 win over the Detroit Red Wings in a game where I thought the Flyers played good, and there wasn't anything too exciting from this one, but they got the job done, and they got 2 points, which is exactly what we talked about in yesterday's podcast episode. Without Morganti, they had to come into these next 2 games against the Red Wings and Devils and pick up 2 points, and they started that tonight against Detroit. So in this one, it was really like the Flyers dominated for the first, I'd say really for majority of the game. They owned the shot totals through all 3 periods, and they really started the first period with a lot of chances, and a lot of them from some high-quality chances, really in the middle of the slot, in the middle of the ice, things like that. And guys like Giroux, guys like Couturier, Phil Myers had a glorious chance to get one. Joel Farabee as well. They all had pretty high-quality scoring chances. Nothing really went in, though, obviously. And the first period ended 0-0. Flyers had an 11-5 shot advantage after the first period. Again, they played a good period, but they just couldn't really get anything by Bernier. So they go into the second period, still tied, and this was just one of them plays that I've loved from the bottom 6 this season. Scott Lawton, he makes it 1-0 on a great play, and I figured I would break down this goal real quick because this is just one of them things that, as I said, I've loved this all season from the bottom 6, and they've been doing their job constantly night after night, and this is just something that really, it's a big thing to see from guys that are lower in the lineup because they make little plays like this that can really help it. All right, so you see here, so right at the puck's on the wall, you got Hag. He makes a great offensive hit here. If you don't really know what that means, it's a little hard to explain, but Hag, he makes the play where he sees Raffles behind him. He makes the physical hit there. He separates him from the puck. He gets Raffles the puck quickly. He gets it over to Lawton. Lawton, he takes a quick shot on it. It goes, beats Bernier 5-0, and then Pitlick, he's the one in front who sets the screen, takes Bernier's eyes away. This is just a great play here from guys on the bottom 6. Guys like Pitlick, Lawton, Raffle, Albiku Bell, Connor Bunneman. They've all been doing that this year. They go to the dirty areas, and they pick up the garbage in front. And last game against Colorado, I said it in that game review, they were generating chances. The Flyers, they go out of the second period with a 1-0 lead. And throughout that period, towards after that goal, the Flyers, they had a lot of chances. Joel Farabee, he had 9 total shots on net, but only 3 of them were credited on goal. So he had another big game there. He was generating a lot of chances. He was playing very well. And his hockey IQ has just been insane. His point streak did end tonight. He did not get any points on any of the goals, but he did have a really good game offensively, and I've loved him with Sean Couturier and Jake Voracek. And both of them have played, especially Voracek, he's played insanely well since Alain Vigneault called him out earlier in the season. Sean Couturier had a couple iffy games, a little bit before the break, and he's really started to get back to himself defensively, offensively, wherever. He's just been a very good player, and that started against the Avalanche. I think that was one of his best games in a while. So the Flyers, they go into the third period out shooting the Red Wings 21-11. They had a lot of chances, only were up 1-0, and they got the lead, and that was definitely what they needed as well. The first goal in the game that was basically tied past the halfway mark, and they got the goal, made it 1-0. They go into the third, and early in the third period, the Flyers take a penalty, and Kevin Hayes, he gets a shorthanded goal. That was his 4th shorthanded goal of the season. He's now tied for the league lead in shorthanded goals with Chris Tierney. And this was this is 2 games in a row with Hayes getting shorthanded goals. The long reach on the stick, that really helps him out. He's been phenomenal for the Flyers this year. I've absolutely loved him. He's been great in the locker room. He's played really well on the ice. He's one of the best penalty killers in the league and on the team, along with guys like Provorov, Niskin, and Scott Lawton. And the Flyers, they get a 2-0 lead. They kind of go after that. It kind of took the wind out of the Red Wings sails. They were kind of pushing a little bit, but the Flyers were really started to play smart, and they were just had a lot of good offensive shifts after that goal. They were generating chances. Guys like Braun, Raffle, and Konechny, they all had glorious chances to get one, and Bernier made some key saves. I thought he had a really good game. He gave up 3 goals on 31 shots, and well, actually, he gave up 2 because the one was an empty netter. But I thought he made some pretty key saves for the Red Wings. And late on in the period, the Flyers took a 2-minute choking penalty from Voracek. And after that, the Red Wings, they pulled the goalie a little early. It was like 3:18, I believe. It might have been 3:16. but they pulled the goal, and Matt Niskanen gets it was a really long-range empty netter. It was similar to Scott Lawton's the night before. And the Flyers, they get the third goal of the game, 3-0 win, and the all-important 2 points coming back to Philly. So now the Flyers, they move into the first wild card spot with 65 points, and they're now tied with Columbus for third place in the Metro for 65 points. So they're taking care of business, and they're getting points where they need to. Brian Elliott, he gets a 16-save shutout, and this is actually his second shutout in the last 3 games that he's played. The one before that was against Pittsburgh on the 21st, and the Flyers have played 4, so that the 2 games against Pittsburgh, Colorado, and now Detroit. And both of them were under 20 saves. So he's been playing like a veteran goaltender. He hasn't been giving up many rebounds. He's been there when the Flyers have needed him to be. And both of those games where he got shutouts, there weren't many chances where it was like high quality scoring chances or, like a breakaway or lots of big saves. He was just making solid saves throughout the whole game. And that's what the Flyers are going to need until Carter Hart comes back. So some ice time leaders. Provorov, he had 22 minutes, 44 seconds. That's as expected. Provorov, he's one of the main leaders on defense every night. And Giroux, he had 17 minutes, 49 seconds on offense. And he was another guy that I was actually pretty surprised when I saw that, because this is one of the first times in a while where I've seen the Flyers have some ice time that was under 18 minutes. They have had guys like Couturier, guys like Voracek, guys who are gotten up more in the lineup, Konechny, Hayes, and even Giroux. They've all been pretty high in ice time. So it's good to see that the bottom 6 and guys like that were continuing to contribute tonight. And guys like Van Riemsdyk, guys like Giroux, they had their chances tonight. It's just confidence right there for right now for them. They got to get that going. And I don't really think Giroux and Van Riemsdyk have had necessarily bad seasons. I think they've both played good, but they've just been struggling to put the puck in the back of the net and to pick up points. So hopefully that can continue later on in the season. So my podcast, my articles, so those links are on my channel. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll see you guys in the next one, and goodbye.